Hey everyone, North Central here. Thanks for tuning in. So we're back out here into the garden, and today we're going to go ahead and take off some of these beautiful, great big huge blazing banana peppers. This is the plant by Burpee, the blazing banana pepper plant hybrid, new to this year. And they do have some heat to them. I had one the other day. They're about maybe half to 3/4 the heat of a pretty good jalapeno. So they do have a little bit of heat on them. But these would be really, really good pickled banana pepper, you know, like you would put on a pizza. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm just going to take all these bigger ones off here, and we're going to put them into jars and pickle them. And I'm going to show you how to do that. But first we got to take them off. So I just take a pair of scissors and just snip them. Hey guys, so we're inside. We got all the peppers that we needed out by the plants, brought them inside, and I have been pretty busy cutting all these things up. Now I had a whole little bag full of peppers. This is what I got left, and I'm going to show you with these how I go about coring them and getting the seeds out of them and cutting these things up. I like mine round, like this, okay? Just like you would normally find in a jar that you picked up from the grocery store, right? I don't like the seeds in them. Some people do, some people don't. I particularly don't. So I core mine, get all the seeds out of them, and then cut them up. And I'm going to show you how I do that with these 3 peppers right here that I saved over. Now I've got some jars out here. These have already been sanitized and disinfected, and they're ready to go. Some of the ingredients that we're going to need to go into the pan here, because we have to make a broth or the pickling juice to get these things to do right. We're going to need 2 cups of water, which is what I got right here in this 2-cup measuring cup. We're going to need some distilled white vinegar, which I will pour in this, 3 cups of it. And we're going to need 1 tablespoon of pickling and canning salt. Now, kosher pickling and canning salt. Now, kosher salt is basically salt that doesn't have iodine in it. So, you know, if you have something like that, you could pretty much use it. But I actually got the actual kosher salt. I think that's what it says on the package. So I've used it before, good stuff. But we need to get these ingredients together and get this broth going, because it's got to come to a boil. And then as it's boiling, we'll come over and I'll show you how to cut these peppers up. So let's get the ingredients in and get it going. Hey guys, so first things first, 2 cups of water, right? So 2 cups of water. And then 3 cups. This is actually a 4-cup measuring cup. 3 cups is this line right here. 3 cups of white vinegar. There we go. And I don't actually measure out a tablespoon of kosher salt. I get a tablespoon. And that's what I measure. I get a nice little heaping sound full of it. And that's what I put in. Okay? Now, what we're going to do is turn on the rear burner to high. I want to bring this to a boil, and you can see the rear burner coming on high there. Good to go. So as that is getting ready to boil or coming to a boil, let's go right over here to the peppers, and I'll show you how to do those, or at least how I do those. Alright, so the peppers are really easy. Okay, I simply cut off the end about 3/4 of an inch to an inch up. I don't want to use that part. And if you can see, okay, there's no seeds or anything in the first little bit of this. So I just go ahead and cut them, and I do them somewhere around 3/16 to 1/4 or below. And if you can see in here now, you can see the seeds, okay, starting to come in. So I'm going to stop cutting there. I'm going to come around here to the back and go ahead and cut the stem off. Now I can take my knife and I can stick it back in here along the membrane. Okay, if you can see the membrane right here. And I cut it. I come in here to where the stem used to be, to where all the seeds are around the inner membrane there. I find where it's connected to the outer shell, and I cut that. Then I come in here with my knife, and I can just pull the whole thing right out. Hope I didn't got that on camera. If I didn't, don't worry. I'll do another one here. But then it's just a matter of cutting up the pepper. Now, I know somebody's going to say, well, we didn't see you wash your hands and we didn't see you wash the peppers and all that. Yeah, I washed my hands off camera, but the reason you didn't see me wash the peppers is because I didn't wash these peppers. Okay? I don't see any reason really to wash these peppers. I don't put insecticides on them. They've come right out of my garden. You know, I don't put anything on them to make them stay, you know, yellow or green or red or whatever color they are. So I don't see any reason to wash them. There's just not any. It had a really hard rain yesterday, and they're clean enough for me. So cut that off. Go ahead and cut this down just a little bit till I start seeing seeds inside here. Come over to the end, cut the stem off. Take my knife, cut inside along the membrane. Same thing on this end. Then I can stick my knife in here and pull it right out. Okay? Take it, beat it up against the side a little bit, clear the rest of the seeds out of it, and it's a matter of cutting it up. Fairly easy, huh? Alright, so these are ready for the jars. And I just happen to have one right here. So let's go ahead and put some of them in. These are little pint jars. Let me do the other three, and we'll be in business. The thing I like about these peppers is with the heat, you know, I like hot peppers anyways, or hotter peppers. You know, most of my family go to Taco Bell and get the mild sauce, and to them that's, you know, pretty hot. And I'm always eating the fire sauce, and they're looking at me like I'm crazy. But it's just not hot to me. So these peppers, you know, they may be actually hot to somebody else, but they're really not that hot to me. Doesn't mean that they don't taste good. And I really like doing my own peppers and my own sauce that I make, putting them in jars that I've cleaned, you know, from the peppers that I've grown and taken from the ground, because I know what's in this pepper. You know, I make the compost, I fertilize it, I water it with rainwater. There's no insecticides, there's nothing on it to make it you know, keep its color. It doesn't travel, you know, a couple thousand miles across country. It's all right here. And these peppers, you know, the little bit of heat that they have once they're pickled, they're gonna have a real nice banana pepper, you know, on a pizza type taste. And the thing that I really like about it is it's going to make an okay pizza a super great tasting pizza. Woohoo! So these are ready. Our broth is almost getting ready to boil, which is what it needs to do, and then we'll simply pour it into these jars, put the lids on them, tighten them down, turn these jars upside down, and let them cool off. Alright, so as you can see, we're at a rolling boil. Go ahead and turn that off. And now it's a matter of filling the jars with the hot liquid. You just do that very carefully. Now, I did not preheat these jars in any way. But make no mistake, they will be just fine as I'm pouring this liquid in. This is boiling hot liquid. I mean, you can see it boiling. A lot of people don't agree with this. We want you to preheat your jars and all that. And you know what? I just never do. I've had absolutely zero trouble in any type of jars breaking or anything else because of me pouring hot liquid into them from canning. So that's done. Put that over here. Now the lids, I went ahead and put them down in warm water just to get the seals warm instead of putting them on here cold. Put these on here nice and tight. Ooh, it's hot. Just like that. And then sitting over here to the side, I'm just going to take them, turn them right upside down, just like that. The heat from the boiling mixture will heat up the ring on this and will cause it to actually seal. Okay, and it's a soft seal. It's not a hard seal like you would put it in a canner and can this thing for 30 or 40 minutes. But it is a soft seal, but it will definitely seal it. And then here in about 30 minutes or so, I'll flip these back up, and the seal should be good and sealed. If you press down the lid, it shouldn't go up and down. Okay, it should just be down, and that's it. And we'll see how that does. If one of them doesn't seal right, then I'll put it in another pan full of water and basically give it a bath, they call it, of boiling water for a little while, and that will help to seal it. Alright, so it's been about 45 minutes to an hour, and they still got a little bit of heat to them, but they're definitely a lot cooler than they were. So what I wanted to do is, I've got an empty jar here, and I just put a lid on it, and I wanted to show you what a lid will actually do when it's not sealed properly. See, I can push it in, hear that, and when I let go, it comes back out, flexes back out. So let me do that a couple of times just to show you. Now, after you can something, if you can do that, then your jar is not properly sealed. So let me get one of these jars here, turn it upside down, or back up upright, and you can see that I can push on that. And it's not coming back up. Okay, it's pulled down into the jar, and it's not coming back up. That's a good seal. Let's go ahead and do this one. Same thing. Good seal. And last but not least, okay. So all three did a good seal. And again, a bad seal is like this. Good to go. All right, so pickling blazing banana peppers from Burpee. That's what we just did. This is going to be great on some pizza a little bit later. I hope you liked the video. I hope that you like the recipe if you try it. And until next time, this is North Central. Thanks for watching.